Dame un grrr. Wait, wrong video. I just thought it'd be funny to start that way. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and I was out enjoying my weekend today. But let's get to this now. Some of you might have seen, and if you didn't, I have the full context of everything that went down. Apprentice alum Donald Trump took to his Truth Social to say, because of the fact that Rosie O'Donnell is not in the best interests of our great country, I am giving serious consideration to taking away her citizenship. She is a threat to humanity and should remain in the wonderful country of Ireland if they want her. God bless America. As I've shared with you in the past, Rosie moved to Ireland, where her family is from generations ago. She still has relatives there, and she said that her decision to leave the U.S. was because Donald Trump got elected for a second term in the White House. Now, some of you might be thinking, what prompted this? Rosie herself has a theory. She says, accompanying this image that I'm guessing she might have drawn that claims he does that, Rosie says, he is on the list. It exists. Hashtag distraction, hashtag focus. You know what's really interesting? A lot. But first thing that's interesting is Jeffrey Epstein has really recently united America. Both Democrats and Republicans think there is much more to Epstein than we are being told. I think the majority of people also believe that Trump, Pam Bondi, and his administration has been mishandling everything Epstein. And if you thought this was all that Rosie was going to say, you're mistaken. She had a lot more to share, such as the president of the USA has always hated the fact that I see him for who he is, a criminal con man, sexual abusing liar out to harm our nation to serve himself. This is why I moved to Ireland. He is a dangerous, old, soulless man with dementia who lacks empathy, compassion, and basic humanity. I stand in direct opposition. All he represents. So do millions of others. You gotta deport all who stand against your evil tendencies. You're a bad joke who can't form a coherent sentence. Hashtag never Trump. And I don't know if this is the poem or let's just get into it. Hey, Donald, you're rattled again. 18 years later, and I still live rent-free in that collapsing brain of yours. You call me a threat to humanity, but I'm everything you fear. She says this accompanying a picture of Trumpy and his buddy Epstein. I am everything you fear, a loud woman, a queer woman, a mother who tells the truth, an American who got out of the country before you set it ablaze. You build walls, I build a life for my autistic kid in a country where decency still exists. You crave loyalty, I teach my children to question power. You sell fear on golf courses. I make art about surviving trauma. You lie, you steal, you degrade. I nurture, I create, I persist. You are everything that is wrong with America. And I'm everything you hate about what's still right with it. You want to revoke my citizenship? Go ahead and try. King Joffrey with a tangerine spray tan. I'm not yours to silence. I never was. The Irish flag, Rosie. Now, this has gotten a lot of attention, and I see all three sides. Yeah, there's three sides to this. There's his side, her side, and my side. And my side is, I get your side too. There's many sides. There's probably 5+. A lot of people think he is just entertaining. He's in showman mode, and they love that about him. Many people voted for Donald Trump because they want an entertainer in the White House. Or maybe it wasn't even apparent to them why they were drawn to him, but that's the reason. Trump is a lot of things, but we can all agree he knows how to work the media and suck up all the oxygen in the room. And he skillfully translated that skill that he had for decades with traditional media into social media. Now we know Donald cannot revoke her citizenship. And she knows that too. But the bigger picture is, come on. Even if you like that he's an entertainer, it's still pathetic that the president of the United States attacks Taylor Swift repeatedly, attacks Rosie O'Donnell, any civilian. I don't even think he should talk about fellow politicians the way he does. So practically, I think this is much ado about nothing, but philosophically, I get it. And I will reiterate, I denounce him. I deplore him. I am disgusted by him. And I can't help but think of this interview that I just saw Sarah Jessica Parker give, where she was talking about how politics used to be different back in the day, how there was more of a sense of civility. But civility has gone out the window because civility won't get headlines. Civility won't help with virality on social media. SJP also talked about how back in the day, because, she's in her 60s, there used to be a reverence for higher office. And there's no office higher than the presidency. And from day one, from even before he was elected the first time, he had no reverency for the presidency. He had no desire or intention then, nor when he was running the second time, to behave presidentially. And this is what America voted for. Not me. I proudly voted for Kamala. I think still she's it's the power of persuasion. This guy and so many others convinced a lot of people that Kamala is dumb. She is not dumb. And word salad, no. I also think she's an eloquent speaker. But it is what it is, and I am happily privileged. I am detached. I'm informed, but I'm not letting myself be dragged down by him or politics. For my own sanity, I can't have a repeat of the first 4 years in office. So I've approached this go-round very differently. Expect a lot more of this. He's on the list. And also, he wants us to pivot from talking about Texas and every other way that he's been effing up. His base is not happy with him. So he puts on a show. And that was today. Or so I think. What do you think? Let's discuss it all in the comments section.